Jacob, you start us off.
Aidan, when you guys came back in here, 8 points in 4 road games, I'm sure you're pleased with that, but certainly not pleased with the way the game ended on Wednesday. What did you kind of see in that final moment that could have gone better?
Oh, there's 100 things that could go better, always with every play. I mean, I'm not going to make excuses, but it could be a foul, that could be a thing, but just organization around the box, being a little bit more scrappy. I mean, I can't label one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think obviously there's some luck that goes into it, but we got to create our own luck. I mean, I can't really say one thing, but
yeah. But certainly going into this game, you guys probably still have a lot of kind of positive momentum that you're building off of, despite the ending of that game.
Yeah, of course. Like you said earlier, I mean, we've gotten 8 points on the road, so I think that you can obviously take things from that, but obviously we want to win every game and get 3 points. I think the team's at a good morale right now. I think we're excited to be home. I think we know what this game means, and we're all ready to show up. We'll be there.
Outside of the goals he has provided, just what kind of boost of energy has Cucho Hernández been to this group in the last week?
Oh, it's great. It's exciting. You see a guy with that talent. I mean, for me, watching him in the Prem and then him coming on the team is, exciting seeing it firsthand and, learning things from him and seeing the level. But yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a baller. We're excited to see more of him. I mean, get him as fit as we can as soon as possible. So I'm sure you guys will see more of him this Sunday.
Thanks for the time, Aidan. You talked about the meaning of this Sunday's match. At first, Columbus and Cincinnati was kind of like a geographical, obvious rivalry. But when on the field, being part of the team for the last few years, did you see that, okay, this is a rivalry between the two of us?
Let's see. I think there's always little things. I don't know if you guys notice as much as we do. Kind of like little gestures, little actions within games where you kind of pick up that it means a little bit more than just a regular match. You know what I mean? And I think there's obviously some tension, like you said, the distance of both teams. But when that happens, when there's a distance like that, guys say a little bit more than they normally would. Guys tackle a little bit harder than they normally would. So I think there's a bit more edge from both teams, and I think you guys see it. But there's a lot more that kind of goes into it than that.
And this weekend too, with Acosta coming back from his suspension in the Cincinnati midfield, Vasquez up top scoring a lot of goals this year. What are you kind of seeing from Cincinnati that planning to kind of adjust for or adjust to as they're coming up here?
Yeah, I mean, they obviously got some good players, but I mean, to be honest, on my part, I haven't really watched much of them. I think we kind of just focus on ourselves. I think if we focus on ourselves, I think that's when we're the best. So if we're playing our best, I don't care who we play, whether it's the best team in the league or the worst, that's when we're the most dangerous.
Thank you.
Aidan, there's so much around this game, based on the rivalry, Cucho's first home game, all that. How do you guys keep it level and not let all of that, take over what this match is about getting 3 points at home?
I think, honestly, if anything, that should help us. I think it does help us. I think, we play every game the same. We should go into every single game the same mindset. But I think as humans, when there's a little bit more on the line, whether it's showing up to the MLS Cup final, I think it raises the level of everyone. And I think that's what it'll do for us this weekend. I think you'll see, obviously we always give it our all, but I think you'll see a little bit more edge and a little bit more kind of bite to us this weekend.
With all of those factors and you all trying to get wins at home now, because the road's been great. Now at home, Caleb always talks about wanting to make this a fortress.
Yeah.
Does this kind of feel like a new start with Cucho? This offense kind of coming together, the defense clicking as well. Does this feel like, okay, this is when we establish that?
Of course. I mean, there's going to be guys who come in all the time. There's going to be new pieces, whether they're big signings or just kind of guys who get traded to us. I think they always play a part and they always are an addition. They always could help us in a way. But I think no matter who we bring in, it's always about building a fortress, like Coach says, and he says it perfectly. It's our home, it's our place where we know that anybody comes here, they know it's always going to be a struggle, it's always going to be a grind, and we have to build that, and we're working on it, and it's going to start this weekend. I can say that.
Move forward.
Aidan, talk about how's it been having your brother around this year.
I love that question. It's been good. It's fun. You know, it's always, I mean, for him and I growing up, playing together every day in the backyard, and then be able to go to work together is amazing. It's a dream come true for myself and also for my parents and everyone. So hopefully he'll make his debut soon this year. He's working hard. So yeah.
I'm curious, why'd you put work in quotations?
Because, you know, it is my job, but I mean, I could kind of speak for everyone. It doesn't feel like my job. It's my love. It's my passion. I can't go play any day. I could to come in here, do what I love, and be around guys I love being around. So
yeah,
that's why I say work.
That's awesome. Last thing for me, when you look at a rivalry for, you know, 2019, since he comes into the league, they have their new stadium. You guys have your new one.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you need now that it's about the soccer, it's about the on-field product? Because this is kind of the first game where you could say that there's like actual stakes toward the playoffs and stuff, just given where they are. How much do you feel like a rivalry kind of needs that aspect?
Oh, it's huge. It's massive. I mean, you look at all the rivalries in the world; they're all top teams within their leagues, and it definitely, like I said, it brings a little bit more kind of tension. It gives a little bit more meaning to the game, and I think you'll see a little bit more of it this weekend. I think it'll be an exciting one. We're ready for it. So,
Thanks, Aidan. Appreciate it.
thank you guys.